This evening, let's explore an excerpt of Yong-jia Xuan-jue's Song of Enlightenment, and then let's meditate. This is Lama Jigme Gyatso of the Buddha Joy Meditation School. Welcome to Meditate Like a Jedi, which is brought to you by the good-hearted folks who help support this channel on Patreon. This evening, we could chant and meditate and enjoy a lesson or two. But first, if you love Star Wars and you wish to meditate as transformatively as Obi-Wan Kenobi upon Tatooine under the guidance of Qui-Gon Jinn, be sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell. Good news. If at any point at all during this evening's live stream, you have a specific question about Buddhist meditation or Buddhist philosophy or how to apply them to your life, simply type your question in great detail in the chat window on the right-hand side of the screen. Let's take a look at the 52nd paragraph of Song of Enlightenment. Now, it would have been very nice if I would have put the chanting marks, chanting notation, but I forgot to, so I'll do that right now. Okay, thank you for your patience. Let's chant. However, the burning iron ring revolves around my head. With the bright completeness of jhana and prajna, I never lose my equanimity. Okay, what does that mean? However difficult life gets, circumstantially or physically or interpersonally or mentally, however difficult life is, I will not lose my balance. Why? Why won't you lose your balance? Because of the wisdom that comes from an effective meditation practice. Dhyana could translate as meditation and prajna as wisdom. Let's continue. Let's chant. Even if the sun becomes cold and the moon out, evil cannot shatter the truth. So let's explore that for a moment. I live in a mysterious country called America, home of the clowns. And we got some people who are called pathological liars. And they lie so frequently that it creates a cognitive burden on the people listening, and to the point that fact-checking becomes an impossibility. It is completely exhausting how some people will call hate love and love hate, and just tell bold-faced lies about history, telling horrible truths about classism and racism and sexism and the like, and homophobia and the like. But the fact is, no matter how many people tell you that 4 plus 3 is not 7, it's still 7. Truth is truth, regardless of what fools or villains say or do. Final bit. The carriage of the elephant moves like a mountain. How can the mountains block the road? So carriage doesn't refer to a wooden vehicle with 4 wheels. It refers to the elephant's gait. And I'm going to try to spell the word gait. Is that right? Well, what do you know? The gait of the elephant moves like a mountain. In other words, an elephant is a great beastie. All this, flesh, blood, bone, tons of it, lumbering towards you like a force of nature. Do you think a teeny tiny insect is going to be able to stop or alter the path of a great big elephant? Of course not. Inertia is behind him at the very least. Similarly, people can tell all kinds of untruths. Sometimes, sincerely, they're not lying, they're just incorrect. Other times, they know they're incorrect, and which makes it a falsehood, which makes it deceit, which makes it a lie. Some people are as dumb as dirt. Some people are as wicked as the day is long. Yet despite what they do, say, think, and feel, that doesn't alter the truth. The Buddha taught the 7 enlightenment factors. The 4th one is joy. The 6th one is tranquility. These people, some foolish, some cruel, are not known for their joy. They're not known for their peace. The test of our teachings is the spontaneous joy, the spontaneous peace that blooms in our heart. That's the test. Do these things produce wisdom? Do these things produce love? Do these things produce loving intention? Do these things produce loving action? If they do, then that's a favorable litmus test, and you're on the right path. If what you're doing creates no peace, creates no joy, creates no love, then it's time to go back to the drawing board. Let's turn our attention to tonight's practice text, or sadhana if you're fancy. Its title is Easy Meditations Proto-Zen. It's influenced more by the pre-Chan author of the Song of Enlightenment. Let's begin with a very concise recitation of empathy and enthusiasm. It's kind of like an hors d'oeuvre to the meditation, to the main course that is our meditation. Together. May I free all beings by relying on the 3 jewels. I'll free all beings from what? From the tyranny, not the presence, but the tyranny of hating, craving, and clinging. May I free all beings by relying on the 3 jewels. The 3 jewels are known metaphorically as the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. But in actuality, what the 3 jewels are, what we take refuge in, what we rely upon, is the Buddha's example, and the Buddha's instructions, and the Buddha's students, regardless of what words or what language we're playing with. One more time. May I free all beings by relying on the 3 jewels. During today's noontime workout, I perform chair-assisted geriatric step-back squat thrusts while reciting this about 36 times. And it was lovely. Did I say? Yeah, 3 dozen times. And it was invigorating, and it was fun, and it strengthened neural pathways that were loving and really, or just was a beautiful experience. Now, some people practice this superstitiously, thinking it's going to purify negativities or that's going to give them good fortune. And I don't know if that's true or not, but I try not to dilly-dally with superstition. I don't recommend getting mired deeper in shoving and reaching. Trying to shove away misfortune, trying to reach for good fortune is going the opposite direction of the Buddha's path of simply loving and letting go. We come now to the dynamic duo of mindfulness and meditation. This pair is known by many things, by many names in many languages, such as Zen, Shan, Dhyana, Mahamudra, Hatha Yoga, Dzogchen, Trekcho, which is also known as slice through. We can think of this in terms of mind and breath and body. Physically, just emulate this statue of the Buddha. Sit with your legs, with your shins comfortably stacked. Be respectful of your knees. Remember, they're just hinge joints. It's your hips that are ball joints. It's your hips from which we open up. Stack your palms in your lap so that the edge of each hand is gently pressing against your lower abdomen, reminding you to breathe from your lower abdomen gently as if it was a third lung. Notice the shoulders. They found the middle ground between the two extremes of shoulders, all the way back like a marine recruit, or all the way forward like Quasimodo, the hunchback of Notre Dame. We generate a gentle not traction, but I guess traction is the right word, between our pelvis and our head. Upon our face, a subtle Mona Lisa smile dances upon the corners of our mouth, the apples of our cheek, and the crow's feet of our eyes. Breathing is much simpler. Let's keep our inhalation shorter and sharper, and our exhalation longer and softer. Now we're going to come to the mental aspect, which we'll approach in two parts. When it comes to mindfulness, during the inhalation, we can silently and mentally recite the demonstrative pronoun this. You see, each inhalation is already wired by natural selection to effortlessly access our sympathetic nervous system, which has evolved not to actively concentrate, but instead to merely to notice, and to do so vulnerably, passively, viscerally, and randomly. We could notice sights, sounds, sensations, flavors, scents, and the like. We could emote, intend, reason, recall, or imagine. Now let us explore meditation. During every exhalation, we could silently and mentally recite the 3-syllable verb relaxing. Whether we're meditating or not, every exhalation is already wired to effortlessly access our parasympathetic nervous system, which has evolved to both physically relax as well as mentally release whatever comes up, whatever we're experiencing, whether it's external or internal or physical or mental or pleasurable or painful or interesting or boring or glorious or even grotesque. On the right-hand side of the screen, you can see the phrase, first collection of 16 sets of 16 rounds. Back in junior high, when I was in junior high, and the crust of the earth was still cooling, I discovered the wonderful world of working out. And I learned that you organized our workouts in terms of repetitions and sets of repetitions. In meditation, we replace the word repetition with round. A round in this system consists of one inhalation and one exhalation. On our left hand, we can advance our left thumb during each inhalation. And there's a way to use our thumb to keep track of 16 rounds on just 4 fingers. It's simple. Each finger consists of 3 sets of creases and a tip. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So if we can count 16 rounds on one hand, then on the right hand we can count 16 sets of 16 rounds. First set of 16 rounds, second set of 16 rounds, and so forth. Is this crucial? No. Some people like to have their hands in the universal mudra, where the left hand is resting upon the right hand and both thumbs touch in the middle. That's just fine. Speaking as someone who's ridiculously disabled and has an absurd amount of brain damage, I found that for my little ADHD autistic brain, doing this really, really helps. But not everyone's wired exactly the same way. So do what works best for you. Do what helps you maintain peace without getting drowsy. What helps you experience joy without spinning out into agitation. Your body is the litmus test of what you do with your mind and your breath and your form. Having said that, let's jump right in. Good evening, Logan. If you've just joined, allow me to give you a quick synopsis. As we breathe in, we silently and mentally recite the pronoun this. As we breathe out, we silently and mentally recite the three-syllable verb relaxing. We sit back and enjoy the show. Relaxing into and releasing whatever we notice, whether that which we notice is external or internal, physical or mental, pleasurable or painful, interesting or boring, glorious or grotesque. Let us seal our practice with a bit of the old wishing love, reciting the essence of Tantra. Spontaneous fulfillment of all kind wishes of all beings. Spontaneous fulfillment of all kind wishes of all beings. Spontaneous fulfillment of all kind wishes of all beings. If you feel that I have earned it, you could type something in the chat window. You could give this live stream a thumbs up. You could share it with a friend. You could even help support this channel on Patreon. In approximately 11 hours, I intend to return to lead tomorrow's early morning meditation. Until then, may you and yours be happy and healthy. And if you are as geeky as me, this is the way.